Hi, I'm Larry Berman, and here's what's on my radar this week. Bad week, obviously, for equity markets globally, down anywhere from a couple percent to some places 7.5%. The broad European market down that much. The German DAX 8.6% over the last week. Obviously, the ramp up of COVID cases all around the world. Death rates are increasing a little bit. You're seeing positivity tests, so all kinds of bad things. And of course, we're just going into the flu season. Top that up with the US election next week, and it really just presented a good opportunity to take some money off the table. An op-ed piece by former second in command at the Fed, Bill Dudley, and he basically said central banks never like to say this, but the Fed's out of bullets. And of course, I couldn't say this while I worked at the Fed, but now that I don't, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. So it's all about fiscal spending, and we're going to get a massive package. But how the election plays out has a lot to do with how much spending we're going to get and where that spending goes. So it does matter who wins. Wall Street kind of says it doesn't, and in the big picture, it doesn't. And ultimately, the market needs and wants this stimulus. Depending on the outcome and how difficult it gets for the number of weeks after the election, the electoral math to me is down to this. If they can clearly declare Biden a winner of Florida on election night by a wide enough margin that Trump can't challenge it in the constitutional courts by getting some of those mail-in votes thrown out, then we have a president on election night, because the only path Trump has to win is basically to win every other toss-up state, swing state. And it's possible, but it's not probable. I've neutralized portfolios for the most part going into this, cash being king, with a lot of optionality. Now, option prices and volatility is up. So that optionality is expensive, and how you do it is really important. So our bear pick of the week is to find the stuff that you want to own, that you like, whether it's an ETF or a stock, and look for an opportunity to buy some November strike ratio put spreads. That's where you're long a bear, you're long a put, so a bearish position, and then you sell two puts to pay for that, meaning you're going to make money on the way down, you're buying the dip, and if it's below your strike by the middle of November, when these things expire, you're now long buying a dip, making money on the downside. Bull pick of the week would be a similar strategy. We want call spread. We want optionality on the upside into year end, with the anticipation of this massive spending that's going to come. The only question is how much and when, but the market's going to anticipate that once we get some clarity. So you want to buy some call spreads probably out to year end and at least maybe into January. And you want to do that with whatever you like. Whatever stock it is, whatever ETF it is, it can purely be exposure to the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, something like that. And you're going to write a put to pay for that call spread. So how this works is if we get a dip, you get to buy it cheaper. The call spread gives you the upside potential. The whole trade costs you nothing. I love it. Have a great week, everybody. Make sure to our American friends that you vote. And don't forget to follow us on YouTube and check the box so you know when we have new content out on the alerts. Have a great week, everybody.